Today, in Roadcraft, we're connecting all 3 bases on the DLC map Washout. We are connecting this base to this base to this base, and then back here, all with roads, all today. Dirt roads all the way, actually about 70% paved, 30% dirt. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Roadcraft. Today we are here on the DLC map Washout, getting towards the end of the progression here. We're at 70-some% completion. When I look at the objectives, there's actually some there. Well, I just finished something and it opened up some new stuff. But what I thought I'd do today is something that I talked about in the last couple of videos. And I mentioned, I mentioned about connecting all 3 of the bases here with paved roads. Got so many paved roads anyway. And I thought, well, that'd be cool to have all bases connected. Let's see, right here's the, what's this called? The highway base? Oh, tunnel, gosh darn it. Yeah, tunnel exit base, sorry. Tunnel exit base to the, here it is. They make a triangle to the Highland base there, to the forest base, which is there. So there's the forest base, the Highland base, the tunnel exit base. Yeah, they form a pretty decent, like, equilateral triangle here. Now, so yeah, there's a lot of space in between them. There's a lot of insane terrain, but you know what? We've got paved roads a lot of the way. Connecting the Highland base to the tunnel exit base, the only part where we don't have paved roads is literally this stretch from here to here. And, okay, we would have to pay from here. Okay, we'd have to pay from there to here. Now here's the thing. So the tunnel exit base has got a road that goes out here. But to open the tunnel exit base, part of the objective to open this is to run power cable up this hill. Why don't we? And there's an opening into the base back here, which we're actually sitting at right now. So I'm like, why don't we make our own road? I mean, that's what this is all about, right? We don't have to make the roads where they want us to make them. So we're to connect. If we start off by connecting the Highland base to the tunnel exit base, we can run a road up this hill here that goes dead ahead of me is the sawmill, and then what is this? Here's the sawmill, and then what's this? We can cut a road through this, oil pumps. You can see we've already got a road here. We just have to pave this. And what we'll do is we'll run the road here. We'll skirt the edge of the oil pumps. And then you see we've already got dirt road here. Like there's already foundation for a lot of this. And then, yeah, here it can go right up that hill, right to the back of the tunnel exit base, like right up there. So that's that. Now, what if we want to look at the forest base? We've got road 90% of the way, maybe 70%, I don't know. From the tunnel exit base up to the forest base, the only part we're missing is... Here, let me get my mouse. This will be easier. Let's see. Right here, the paved road dies out here. So from here... Just from here, okay, actually that's a little stretch. From there to there. Okay. But that's it. Because here pavement picks up. Pavement all the way here. Through the oil treatment facility. Through our little forest road. And into the forest base. Now, what about from the forest base to the tunnel exit base? Paved, 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 paved. The only part that needs paving... is this right here. That's it. That's all it needs to be paved there. So you see when I put this all together, when you put all this together, it's like, wow, we've got roads. Okay, maybe not 90% of the way, but this is actually, this is why I thought of this, is like, this is actually like feasible. So we want to knock down some trees here. We need to find a way. So the clearing in the trees, there's the opening into the tunnel exit base. There's the opening into the base there. But the road that you saw coming up the hill, the clear space is here. So we need to knock down some trees. The thing is, a lot of these trees look like they're too big to knock down. I haven't tried. Let's see. Yeah, that tree will fall down. What about these? Can I knock these trees down here? Yes. Okay. All right, so we can run the road through here. We can knock down these trees right here. So we'll just knock down all of these. All right, we'll get this one. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we can run the road Yeah, right up there where the electrical cable is. Oh, come on, tree. Fall over. And snake it right into the base here. Okay. So that handles this stretch here. Well, we may as well, we can start on this. Then this will be easy because we're starting right here at the base, so we can call in the vehicles here. That's going to be pretty easy. I thought this would be a cool idea, but yeah, the progression here is 70-something%. We're on the last goal here. So in a way, it's kind of like, what's the point? Well, but you know, it'd be cool. And what's the point of anything? You know, we're making roads, which is literally the name of the game. So I think that's fine. That's cool, right? Are we in quarry range? I think so. I think I already checked this, and we should be good for most of these roads. Yeah, this is... all of this is in quarry range. Wait, where's the rest of this road? Here. So, going to the Highland base, we'll need to put pavement here. The only part here that's not covered by quarry is this right here. Well, I think we could park the sand scalper out here. I've had pretty good luck with the sand scalper so far on this map. We'll see if we can park it somewhere in this central area. Yeah, I'll try that. I've been able to put it in the last couple places that I've tried to put it in. All right, so we're gonna run this. This way. Roughly, when we'll go down this hill parallel to the cable here. Oh wow, this thing's dumping out this kind of steep. Well, it's steep enough that it's been dumping out sand as I've been going up this. I guess, yeah, I've made some steep roads. I don't know how this will compare to the other steep roads that I've made. This looks not too steep though. Just going to kind of put down some sand and then we'll push it out with the bulldozer and see kind of where the road wants to be. Yeah, we'll just kind of we're going to put more sand going down this hill. Although we got, yeah, it's spread pretty decently down here. This is probably going to take, take a couple of videos, and I'll probably work on this some in my own time too. Because there's, as much paved road as there is, there's still a lot of empty gaps where I want this road. That was cool. When I hit that tree, I opened the bed even farther, and I just let the momentum of the, because you know when you dump sand behind you, it pushes you forward. Came towards that tree, and I just opened the bed up the rest of the way and let it push me right through it. Didn't even slow the truck down. Okay, we got to push to some of these tree stumps down that are in the way here. I'm gonna call in my favorite vehicle for that. Yeah, we had to clear out some of these tree stumps. I'm gonna back up into this tree and knock it down. Yeah. I love knocking down trees. And I love pushing over tree stumps. Let's get my favorite stump removal vehicle. Here. There it is. There we go. Favorite stump removal vehicle right here. If only this thing had the blade on the front. You know, that it had... In real life, this truck has a blade on the front. Yeah, if only this had that. I think of the tracked vehicles, you know, of the tank-based vehicles, like the Pioneer... what's that thing called? Oh darn, I forget. What is this thing called? Corellian. Of the Corellian, the Pioneer, yeah, of the tank-based vehicles, this one is the heaviest. It just feels the heaviest. It pushes trees over better, I think. When you run into trees with the Pioneer, with the bulldozer, it kind of has like, it feels light. This thing, when it hits trees, it feels solid. So I like this one better for this. But yeah, the front of it's kind of, you got to hit the trees just right with this thing. This thing has a lot of ground clearance and it can run over them and get stuck on them sometimes. That's why I'm saying I wish it had the the blade on it that it does in real life. You know, not like a blade like the Pioneer has, but just like a small blade, like the what's that one truck called? The Greenway or whatever, a blade like that. When you can get this on the stumps like this, it pushes. The reason I like this one because it pushes them over the fastest. Like the Pioneer has an actual, it is a bulldozer, has a bulldozer blade, but it takes way more pushing with it. This thing here pushes this literally pushes stumps over faster than you could cut them with a mulcher is the thing. Yeah, faster and with less hassle than it would take with the mulcher. That's why this is my favorite vehicle for this, because this vehicle is heavier. It has a heavier feel to it, you know. But sometimes, because of its ground clearance, it wants to straddle the stumps. So we're just going to get some of these knocked down here. Yeah, this is the fastest. I think this is the fastest way to do this. When you're trying to clear out a whole field of stumps. Oh, there's another way. That's true, you know, and I often forget this. There is another way to remove stumps, too. Which I've actually used in videos. I just spaced it. There's another way, which is technically even faster. Yeah, don't think I forgot. Spin this around here. The fastest way to remove stumps, actually, is by dumping sand. Yeah. Because dumping the sand will straight up it will just pop them out of the ground like little turnips popping up out of the ground. So we'll just dump a ton of sand right here, and it will, any of the stumps in the way, as long as this vehicle does not get hung up on them, it will push them out of the ground. But the Vostok is so much fun. Yeah, so we'll just pour plenty of sand here. Okay, so we've got enough sand for basically a continuous road down that. Now, can I turn this thing around? We got a big hump of sand here. Might want to bring the bulldozer down and start smoothing this out. Let's see. Okay, we are now down at the sawmill. We want to go towards where I already have a bit of road made here. We've already got a bit of road made right up here. I forget exactly why I made this road. Maybe I had a route here or something. I'm not sure there's a... No, there's not. There is a route that goes into that building behind me. That building right there. It says Truck Shack. There is a route that goes into that building from the tunnel exit base, I believe. But I don't think there's a road here. Up ahead of me, you see that dirt road? I forget why I put that dirt road there, but I don't think it's a route. I think I had this idea to connect the bases with the road a long time ago, and I think I put that there as a start to this. I think that was actually a start to what we're doing here. I've been on this map so long, though. I've been really taking my time on this map, just overdoing everything, and it's really fun. Yeah, it's really fun. All right, we're going to put some sand here to connect these. There we go. Okay, now here we're out of quarry range. Oh, not quite yet. Well, we're on the edge then. We're on the edge of quarry range because this up here, we're going to see if we can get the sand scalper parked up here. Let's see if we can find a spot up here to park it. Yeah, first let's take this out there and flatten out the sand so we've got a smooth surface to drive on. Yeah, so let's just drop our blade and see how this looks. We got more than enough sand. It looks like we should have more than enough sand all the way down this. I went pretty liberal with it. Like, yeah, especially once we spread this out a bit. And that was kind of the idea, was to put down more than we need so we can spread it out and kind of find where the best, you know, path for the road is throughout all this. This ain't bad at all. This is better than going down that curvy road on the opposite side of the tunnel base, you know, going down that curvy switchback road and then hooking all the way around it. This is really convenient that we can just build a road right up the back hill into the back of the base. As I spread the sand out, It should take out all the stumps in the way. You saw we already exploded one as we drove over it. Yeah, as the sand gets pushed out. Yep, see this, the stumps are just getting pushed out of the ground. I totally forgot about that at first. That it's fun to push them over with the Vostok, but it's not needed when we can just pour the sand. So that was pretty quick, and we got us our road. Now we're pretty connected between the tunnel base and the Highland base. They're pretty connected now by dirt. There's a few places still that we need to pour dirt, but yeah, we don't necessarily maybe let's not worry about paving this just yet. Let's get because there's a lot of steps to this. It's going to take more than one video, and it's going to take me time in between as well. Why don't we work on this aspect of it, like the actual pathfinding, you know, dirt pouring, you know, where we actually mark the boundaries of the road first, perhaps. Okay, so look at that. Let's that was pretty quick. Yeah, we've already got dirt all the way. Not bad at all. All right, let's pull out the sand scalper. Garage. Go down to the, what's it called? Zix? Is that what it's called? I'm bad with the names. I decided I need to start learning them. Yeah, Zix. All right, pull this in. It was down by the construction depot, I think. We don't need it down there. All right, now let's see if we can get it around this turn. Knock the barrels over. And we'll see if we can get it set up at the oil pumping station. Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's not going to want to go around this turn, is it? Can I cut through these trees? Well, I already got hung up on the turn here. Let's make this turn a little wider. Ugh, even when I'm not playing American Truck Simulator, I'm still backing up semis. Yeah, that is one thing that all the games that we play here on the channel have in common. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. I'm looking forward to, well, I mean, speaking of trucks, American Truck Simulator, I got a new steering wheel. I don't have it yet. I don't know. I bought it last night, or night before last night. Yeah, but it was the weekend, so I'm hoping that it ships today. Yeah, I guess I'll probably have a video of it here on the channel. But yeah, I've been using a Logitech G920 steering wheel for a while, which is a totally fine steering wheel. You don't need anything better, but yeah, so I bought a Moza, the specific Moza truck steering wheel, because it's just so cool. And I'll probably have that on the channel here in the future. I don't even have it yet, and once I do, I'll have to get it all set up. But that'll be fun. I've just been having a lot of fun with Truck Simulator, and I was like, you know what? I want to up my truck simulator experience. All right, let's get the bulldozer out of the way here. Yeah, but Moza actually makes a truck simulator steering wheel, like specifically, I guess specifically for ATS and ETS2, basically, because it's like the truck simulator game, and it's a wheel specifically for that. Pretty sick. Now, let's see if we can find a spot up here to park this guy. From above, this area looked generally kind of sandy. Let's see. I've had surprising good luck so far on Washout deploying this thing. See what I mean? First place I tried it. Either they buffed this vehicle, or Washout is just really friendly to it. Now, that said, this is kind of where I wanted to put that road. We can take the road around the outside of this. Let's push this propane tank out of the way. There's room for a road here for sure. I wanted to put it on this, yeah, this side, instead of going through. I've always driven through this oil pump station, and there's definitely a path through it, but for a road, why not just go around it? we can skirt the whole edge of the place, put our own road in here. Let's move this out of the way. We'll just run our road right through here. How's that? What's that do for our sand coverage? It should connect it. Uh-huh. Excellent. You know, this map has actually got great sand coverage anyway. Yeah, the only place this map is really missing sand coverage, well, here, but this is all swamp. The only real place is here. This is the only real gap in the map for sand coverage, is this area here. This is a perfect place for a dirt road here. So it would come through here. Yeah, just let's turn that off. Yeah, I always follow the road through this oil pump station. Like every time I come up through here and turn and come through here, it only recently occurred to me, we'll just make the road yoink right through here, cut all that crap out. Okay, let's see. Can we, by chance, we knock the corner of this down? Probably. It looks like we can. Yep. Away with you. There we go. The road will just go right through there. And look at that. And disconnect. Boom. Connect right here. Yeah. We've got the foundations for this road set up in a lot of places already. Where's our sand truck? There we go. We now have the quarry coverage we need. All right. Yeah. We'll just shoot us. Look at that. Shoot a straight shot right up here. So today's objective is to connect the tunnel exit base to the Highland base purely with dirt road. I think that's going to be easy. I think we're only a few minutes away, really, from connecting the Highland base and the tunnel exit base with sand roads, because this is going super fast. All right, we're skirting that straight line around the back side of the oil pumps. We're almost up to meet this section of dirt road here. And then after, on the other side of the swamp, we'll have to pick the dirt road back up. There's a quarry over there. We got to run the dirt road through. Now we're just going to run this right over where that fence was. Should be fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My truck spun on me there. And this curves right into that. Not the best curve. Put in more sand. Yeah, I'll put some sand on the inside of it so we can kind of make it how we want. And then we're going to check out. So this connects here. Oh, I didn't mean to open that far. That's fine. That's fine. No such thing as too much sand. We'll just push it out. Yeah, we'll just push it out and make it how we want. All right. So this is connected here. Now this... Now we have contiguous sand all the way to the other side of this swamp, and there's just a little stretch, probably through the sand quarry. We'll see up here. So I did have this paved road, as you can see, do this little curve through the swamp, but after running a route through here, yeah, there was a route I had to run through here. Yeah, there was. That curve is too much for the route, so we're straightening this road out here. The curve made it pretty. It was a pretty little drive through the swamp, but the route trucks did not like it. Look at this. Here's trees that actually have resisted the urge to push down. Yeah, well, it looks... yeah, I wanted to maintain the scenery driving through the swamp there. So, this dirt road probably ends the top of this hill, where the pavement ends. So we're going to pick this up here, going through the quarry, and this goes not very far to a paved road. Start fishtailing me again. I believe at the top of the hill ahead of me up there is paved road. Is this paved up here? Yeah, this is paved up here. So, now there's a spot back here I missed. Let me back down this. But, yeah, so once we get to that paved road, literally right there at the top of that hill, that connects the Highland base and the tunnel exit base with dirt road. This should be the last sand that we have to pour here. We'll check the map though and see. All right, so that's paved all the way there. Yep. So, what's left now? Well, we're going to smooth that out, but from right, let me get my mouse here. From right here, up through here. That needs to be poured. But I think that's it. I think that would take us all the way, I'm not even kidding, to the force base. If we just pour sand from here down this road to here. Because we then follow this road here. This is all paved to here. Through here. Through here. Yep. That's literally, wow. Yeah. So, yeah, we've already put in a lot of work doing this, and that's why I decided, yeah, again, that's why I decided to do this. It's like, we've already got a lot of stuff along the way, not even kidding. Unironically. Where's the dozer? Oh, I said today we can get dirt road all the way from the Highland base to TeknoAXE base. Well, I think we can go further than that. Depending on how much time we have, we could technically lay down the entire triangle of dirt roads ready to pave. There's a lot more here to bulldoze than I thought there was. Okay, we got a lot to bulldoze here. If I don't get hung up on these darn stumps, yeah, I kind of plowed down that hill right into a stump field. There we go. There's going to be more bulldozing to be done, though, because we're going to want to smooth this out. We're going to want to spread out the sand, smooth it out. It's going to take many, many passes, because I do not want a bumpy, ripply road. So here, we're smoothing the road. Yeah, we're all the way back at the oil pump station. I did a long run of sand here. We're going to push this all the way down to the swamp, and then we're going to pick this up to the other side of the swamp and go up to the quarry. And so this is... yeah, so we now have the TeknoAXE base and the Highland base connected with dirt roads. All right, we have got this pushed all the way to the swamp here. Now we're going to hop on the other side of this and bulldoze this all the way up to the road. The actual paved road. And then we're going to look at the other side of the Highland base. Okay, and as soon as we get up here with the blade... We need to pave it still, but let's just keep this on the fundamental idea of a road, which we have. We'll pave it later, but for now, I'm going to see if we can get all these dirt roads done today. So that connects, we've already confirmed that connects the TeknoAXE base to the Highland base. Now, let's head to the other side of the Highland base. And... I already showed you, we already outlined that one stretch, the only stretch we need, and that's already confirmed, between the Highland base and the forest base, is just that one section of off-road. Now that said, there is one small section, again, of road between the TeknoAXE base and the forest base, which is actually impossible to pave. And that's because they don't let us build bridges on this map. Yeah. So what I mean by that is right here. Of course, if you've played this map at all, you can send routes over these. In fact, there's a couple routes you have to send over these. I think it's kind of lame. They don't let us build bridges, but they don't. So I don't think that should count, but technically that's the one section that won't be paved. Now, where we're going up here is in between sand quarry areas. So, yeah, the section of road I showed you. Do I have quarries open? Yeah, I do have quarries open. So you can see that this road, which is going to be right here, is completely outside of quarry range. But it's not very long. It's literally just this. I can't believe it, but this right here is literally all of the only off-road between the Highland base and the forest base. Is there another way? Well, there is kind of. Wait, what if we made the road... Hang on, because... Let me get my mouse again here. This is what I was showing you, but this is not the only path. There's another viable path. And that is... Oh my gosh, yeah, like totally. I've been going this way, but I'm not even sure why, because there's another way, and there's actually a route that you take over this gap here, and you can see I've already made a thing because I had to run a route over there. Why don't we instead, then that means the gap is only from here to here. Okay, I'm glad that I have been going this way, and that's unnecessary, because this might even be shorter, actually. All right, I'm glad I pulled that up. Yeah, I was going to say there's a lack of quarry area coverage, but the section of road we're doing is so short it doesn't matter. But then I see that, yeah, we're going to do the section I showed you. Yeah, there's a route you have to run through there, and so I already kind of have a little path set up. All right, that means the only we're going to do this, and this will be like a 10-second pour. I mean, more. This will be like one dump out of the truck. And this will be connected, and that'll leave only the fairly longest stretch up the west side of the map from the tunnel exit base where the pavement ends to the steel pipes facility. Yeah, the steel pipes facility. Anyway, let's get down here. So we're gonna. There we go, right there, and. Do I have enough sand? Go really easy on it here because I can't refill here. It just occurred to me. Just a little bit of sand. Exactly enough. All right. Let me get down here with the dozer. All right. So we dropped the blade here, and this one little tiny stretch is all we needed to connect these two. Right over that. And that's that. All right, so wait, is that connected all the way there? Yeah, this is paved. Yeah, this is pavement here. It's just covered with leaves. I think this is pavement here. I mean, yeah, that's fine. All right, so we've already verified all of that. Where's my mouse? What the heck? My mouse wasn't working. There we go. Weird, my mouse disappeared. Okay. So, confirmed? Yeah, that's all confirmed. However, it goes in a really roundabout way. When you look at it, well, it's because we're connecting roads that we already have. So, it goes up here, right, and then around up here. See, that's the paved road up there at the top. What if we, I'm just saying, what if you forge a straighter route through here? I don't think it matters. This is about connecting roads, and the roads we have connected, it's just I'm noticing that it curves all the way out like this. We could create a more direct route, but I don't think that's a important thing for now. All right, so where's our... All right, tunnel exit base. Now here's the thing here. There's a road that comes out here. Yeah, this switchbacky road down here, and it goes up here. Of course, now that we have this, which is the faster way out of the base, I looked at creating a road straight down this hill to this paved road here. But this hill right here is actually really steep. I think this is too steep for like a route anyway. From back here, we're going to start our road from right here. And it's got to go up to the steel pipes facility. And we have quarry coverage all the way up until just this last stretch. That's fine, actually. Okay, right here at the edge of this puddle is the end of the asphalt. So we'll just start pouring it right here. And we're just keeping to the left all the way up this dirt road. Looks like we already got a... Yeah, we do have a dirt road there. I think I had to run a route there. Let's see where that goes. Well, if we keep to the left up that left path, and I just pointed, but then I realized you can't see where I'm pointing, but the left path's there. That goes up to the steel pipes facility. Where does this... Yeah, I had to make a route here. This goes up to here... that would connect, but I think that's longer. Yeah, that would connect. We'd have to go up there. This is a straight shot. Boom, right to there. Yeah, I think this is shorter. This is shorter up to the left here. I mean, I already have some dirt poured there, but it's not much. It was just to connect a tricky part for a route, I think. This is actually a tricky road to progress on, or to move up. one video, I forget what video it was, I was moving something up this road, and I got stuck in these ruts. These ruts are deep and they're bad. So I guess our road's gonna fix that. Yeah, I can't remember what vehicle it was or what I was doing. Oh man, no. Close, my bed won't close. Oh damn. That's annoying. Phil, what's going on here? I came through here, it left a gap, and then so I opened the bed up more, and then it literally wouldn't close. I don't know. I don't know what was going on here. Left a gap here. We'll smooth it out. It'll get smoothed out. There we go. And I got fishtailing coming up this. Yeah, I was going kind of fast when I came up this, and it fishtailed on me. We just want to go straight up this road. No fishtailing. Okay, right there it gets tough. Okay, here we're out of quarry range. Right here it pitched me, yeah, leaning toward the outside. Okay, yeah, we're out of quarry range. Where's the quarry at? So I'll try to pour as little as we can get away with going up this hill without leaving any gaps. No gaps. And we just got to make it right up there. Yeah, I might need a couple more truckfuls. Actually, you know what? We can get sand from right here. Right there, there's sand. We don't have to backtrack. Yep, right here. Excellent. Yeah, because we might still need a couple more dump truckfuls. And backtracking down the road, it's not that backtracking down the road is hard because of the distance. It is hard because you got to drive over all that lumpy, unbulldozed, unsmoothed sand, and it tips the truck and dumps sand out. And yeah, that's the problem with the backtracking. It's not the distance, it's the surface you have to go over. And it takes so much time. You can't run the bulldozer in between that, you know, sand dumps. It just takes forever. Let's see if we can get this last bit. I had to dump some of this to fill in a gap, so all we got left is about 2/3 of a bed. Let's see if this is enough sand to get us to the pavement here. Perfect. I think that's good. Now let's make sure on the map here. There's still a route running? Hold up. Infrastructure. Completed request. No rewards remaining. Yeah. Here. And cancel route. Clear route. There we go. Okay. I just saw that truck coming down here. I was like, wait a second. Alright, so... Alright. Paved all the way up here. Just confirming. Yep, to the oil treatment facility, which is all paved. And then our road through the forest, which we just recently paved. Where's it at? You can barely see it right there. Oh, I was going to say to the forest base, but it's already dirt. See, it's already dirt right there. So then, yeah. So all we got to do is come over and smooth this. I'm going to go fetch the Pioneer. All right, starting from down here where the puddle ends outside the tunnel exit base. This is, yeah, this is the road we just poured, going up to the left to the steel pipes facility. All we gotta do is push, all we gotta do is just push this up to the steel pipes facility, and we've got a dirt road that connects all three bases. I'd say maybe 70% of it's paved. Yeah, maybe it's 70-30, maybe 70% of it's paved, 30% dirt. I think we can fix that all next time in one video. Although I'm going to want to come in, probably do some more dirt smoothing in between. I don't want to pour the pavement and have it be all ripply. Okay, up this section here, this is where the ruts start getting really bad. And I was dumping extra sand up here, partly because of that. Because the road here is horrible. I forget what truck... Oh, yeah, no, it was when we were driving... Was it the Voron? I piled a bunch of concrete slabs in something. I think it was the Voron. I think I overloaded it with like 5 concrete slabs. I was driving it up this road, and these ruts just swallowed the truck whole. I think that's what happened. Something similar to that. But I remember it was ruts on this road here, and they swallowed an entire vehicle. The whole vehicle just fell in sideways. So that's why we poured extra sand here. This looked like all of us. When I started the video and I said, here's our goal, here's what we want to do, and I was thinking we'd get a start on it today, and then later in the video I was like, well, we can connect these two bases, but then when we, you know, with that done, it's like, you know, we only have a couple stretches left. Oh, this is kind of a pretty section of road back here. We got a little swampy lake there to the left. Once you smooth this out, take out all these atrocious ruts, this road didn't look so bad back here at all. Now, I think the steel pipes facility, yeah, is actually right there, basically at the top of this hill. So that's the start to this. Next time, I guess we'll be paving this. I just thought it'd be a cool thing, you know? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Or have you done something similar, you know, where it's just like, hey, let's just pave some more roads. When I first started playing the game, I was kind of avoiding this. I was only making the infrastructure that I was absolutely required to make. But then it's like, well, it is the name of the game, quite literally. I just started having more fun with it. And it's also really cool when you have to make a route, but you already have the road that you need. That always feels so good. This happened several times on this map. Because we made all these roads, it's asking me to make routes, and it's like, dude, I've already got roads there. How do you want me to connect this? You know, or like in a recent video, I think it was maybe even the last video, we had to deliver that semi, and I literally already had paved roads to deliver the semi with. I already knew where I was going with it, and that's really cool. But we have been on this map for a while. That's all right. I look forward to all that's left to come on this map, and also starting on contamination, because I haven't properly started there yet. Yeah, guys, tell me what you think in the comments down below. Yeah, if you did something like this, or what you think about this project, it's going to be done a lot faster than I thought. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We now have all three bases connected with dirt roads. Next up, we'll be paving them. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I'm going to get to work smoothing out these dirt roads. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.